What does the rest of the Bible say about him? Revelation 12:9. This is probably the most important verse about Satan, Revelation 12:9. Do you know what it says? The dragon of Revelation 12 is the serpent of Genesis 3, who is the devil of Matthew 4, who is Satan of all the way through the Bible, the deceiver of the whole world. He's cast to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. The tribulation is when God confines Satan to earth. He can't be out running around going everywhere he wants to go. And all of his demons are confined to earth. Can you imagine how bad it's going to be when Satan has nothing else to do except bother everybody on earth? Do you know what he's doing right now? He's accusing us. The book of Job says, in Job 1 and 2, it says that Satan right now, his current job is, he is accusing the saints. That's what we find him doing in Job 1 and 2. He's going, God, you see what Job's doing? Job would curse you if you let me bother him. And God says, go bother him. He won't curse me. We find all the way through the Old Testament, Satan is accusing the saints. In fact, the worst thing God said to David after Bathsheba, do you remember what God said to David through Samuel? Samuel walked up to David, who had just murdered Uriah and fathered a child with another man's wife, and Samuel looked at him and pointed at him and said, you have caused the enemies of the Lord to rejoice. Did you catch that? Satan came before the throne. He said, what's the man after your own heart doing right now? What is he? Did he just kill that guy? Is he committing adultery? Now he's lying. You see, Satan's favorite occupation is accusing us before God, pointing out all the time in our life that we don't need the Lord and we go on our own and we fall into sin. You see, Jude tells us, Jude, verses 24 and 25 say, now unto him that is able to keep you from falling. Did you know it's possible not to be sinless, but to hold the Lord's hand and to not go into the things like David did that are so blatant? And by the way, while Satan's doing all this accusing, his angels are the demons that shoot fiery darts. The war right now in Gaza is showing something. Every time the Israelis fire a missile at one of these schools or one of these hospitals, you see the missile goes boom. And then watch the video. About 1 second later, it goes boom. What did they just hit? Storage of weapons. They're targeting weapons depots. In fact, that's what the U.S. is doing right now in Syria. It's awful to watch because people are involved. But the flaming arrow is the missile that goes in. It explodes, but the secondary explosion is what was stored there. That's how Satan works spiritually. You see, we allow temptations to build up in our lives, thoughts, pictures, memories, words, lyrics of music. Sometimes it's hurts that other people give us or unfulfilled desires, things that we think we deserve. And we pile those up, and those are very flammable. And all Satan has to do is send one of his angels to shoot a fiery dart, and it explodes that in our life. And we get either angry, or we get totally fearful, or we get totally depressed and paralyzed by that lust that's built up in our lives. Guess what's coming? 1 John 2, 18 and 4:3 says, that there is going to be an invasion from the pit in the last days. That's what Jesus said. He said, beware, deception. All these deceivers are coming. Satan is going to go in full overload. And during the final days, most people, Paul said in 1 Timothy 4, are going to be led away by false teaching and evil spirits.